Okay, this is a screencast related to making the charts and graphs for the diabetes project. Here's the diabetes project template. It says we need to have a original graph representing blood glucose levels. So to do that, I open up a Google Sheets, and I made two columns, one for time, one for blood glucose levels. You could of course write the actual words out. I only made a very few number of data points, starting at 1 o'clock in the morning and going till midnight, and I made up some sugar levels based on what I know about my waking, sleeping, and eating patterns. If I select that data, go up to Insert, Chart, it makes me this really jagged line chart, but you can go over to the side where it says Chart Type, click on this pull down menu. I could make it a histogram or a bar chart if I wanted to, but here is a nice option called the smooth line chart, and just smooths out those edges, more realistic to what we have. And there it is. Now I can go in here and change the title if I wanted to. I could change the labels on the axes. I don't want to do any of that right now. To get the point, there it is. I can resize it. This could be copied and pasted right into a Google Doc like this. I think I can just take this whole thing, and then I can open up a Google Doc and, oops, not that way, paste it inside of there. I guess I can make a link for it. Okay, the next chart that we have to do here says create a Venn diagram comparing and contrasting. So how do we make a Venn diagram? Well, there's lots of ways. One way would be in Google Docs to insert a drawing and just make a new one here. And when I want to make this, typically a Venn diagram is a couple of overlapping circles. So I make one circle. I'm going to change its fill to transparent, and I can make it more of an oval if I want, so I have more room to type. I can just copy that circle and paste an exact copy of it over the other. So now I have two circles, and I can just type right into them. This is amino acid based hormone, and I could type words inside like that, or what might make the text easier to manage, I could go up here and insert a text box inside of my circle and type whatever it is I want to have it be, and I could have my categories inside. You can resize these circles to make them as big or as small as you want. Once I'm done, hit save and close, and there I have a Venn diagram that this is like an image. You could use the same function of inserting a drawing to do the next part, and the next part of our assignment would be to create a flow chart showing the negative feedback loop. So to create a flow chart, very similar. This time though I would have my shapes like this is my pancreas, and then I can put like an arrow. I can pick whatever style of arrow I want. Some fancy arrows here. Let's go with this fancy arrow here, and I can write right inside of this that this is insulin, right? And I could have that going to some body cell inside. Oh, heart cell, right? So the insulin goes to the heart cell. Let's say this is a body cell, right? And what does it do? And so we're going to have my arrows and boxes showing the relationship. You can always take these little circles at the tops of arrows and have things written like that. Maybe for insulin, I'd want it to be this arrow going up because insulin is going to increase blood sugar levels, right? So maybe I put my pancreas in the middle since its job is to do all this managing of blood sugar. So when blood sugar goes up, I even could have like some kind of, ooh, there's call outs. Fancy things you could do here. Again, whenever I'm done with my chart, I could have arrows and squares going all the way around. Just save and close, and there it is, right? And I can move that around as I like, as I wish. You might do it in pieces and have like different sides. But those are two options. There are many other ways. I just wanted to give some people some guidance on how to make a graph and how to make some of those charts. Hope that was useful.